Hey guys, I actually got back on tonight. Isn't that great? Isn't that good? Give my throat a little time to readjust. I still can't promise that I'm going to do my voices any better, but my voice hurts a lot less now. So there's that. You know, your vocal cord is just a muscle that you need to train. So I figure I might as well get back into it and train my vocal muscle a little bit. Sure. Like that. I also kind of realized, there are so many words out there that we underuse, and there are so many good words out there that should be used more, like guffaw. You don't hear a lot of people talk about guffaw a lot. All it means is just boisterous laughter. I might I might try to look up a new word every day and try to work it into the stream as often as I possibly can. Assuming I can remember to keep doing that, but I think I might do that. I might start with guffaw. Guffaw. I'm having a guffaw. Anyway, we're continuing on Esoteric Ebb. We just commanded our cute little kobold friend downstairs to give us his crossbow. I don't have my charm spell slot. Can I put the same spell in multiple spell slots? I should be able to, because that's how D&D works. Alright, I hadn't finished talking to you. I need to look up an Irish accent so that I can like a city Irish accent so that I can try to practice it. And oh, Mr. City Man, oh my god. Oh my god. This is just how it's gonna be, man. I ain't got nothing else. Like, ah, about the rally. What about it? Blah blah blah. Okay, I don't know why that was still highlighted. Oh, because I need to ask to see the papers. A nobleman, huh? Ah, in the old country, yeah. That doesn't. That don't. That they. See, if it was an Irish accent, it'd be like, that they. How do they say it? Like that they. They pronounce that like they, like the countryside Irish. Or am I thinking of nay? Nay. I mean, they use it for the same term. Nay doesn't matter here. Nay don't. Nay. Nay. That doesn't matter. Great start. Great start. Trying to do an accent that I cannot do. Fantastic. Love it. That doesn't matter here. That doesn't matter here. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm also upset because I uh had the voice that I wanted for the other dwarf that was chiming in perfectly, and I already forgot how to do it. I don't remember what I did for it. It was immediate. I was like, "Oh, that fits so perfectly," and then it was gone. Um, yeah. So there's that. That doesn't matter here. I'm just a foreman of the Tolstad district. That's fine. Doesn't matter. If he's a noble, he must be rich. How much money do you have on you, foreman? I've worked my whole life. My voice is still going out. It's like the deeper I try to go, like I can't do it right now anymore. It's unfortunate. It's not like I did anything to make sure that my voice wasn't going out, but it's going out a little bit. That's just kind of how it's going to be with this game. I've worked my whole life for the movement. I've earned my title. Oh, I bet you're only here. I saw mommy and daddy, and my brain was like, what are we talking about? There's my ADD kicking in, reading the end of the sentence rather than the beginning first. I bet you're only here because of your mommy and daddy. Tell me more about yourself. I'm sure you've worked very hard for your position, and I have some other questions. Tell me more about yourself. Huh, why? Good question. Leave this dumb dwarf alone. What? Why are you asking about me? I'm gathering information. I am interested in your backstory. And why should I tell you anything? Who doesn't want... I don't know. Okay, then. Cool. I guess I was done talking to this guy. Who are you? Simi and the boys. Charisma. Nice. A devoted Asgul gives everything he has to support the cause. A second son kind of person lives in the shadows of greater men. All right. Sure. Oops. What the fuck was that? What am I gonna call him? You just had a random. Oh, I see. The older dwarf puffs out his chest as you approach. Oh, sorry. The older dwarf puffs out his chest as you approach. Oh. Fancy helmet, city man. He speaks in short and quiet manner, as if he's scared of his words actually being heard. The dwarf behind him laughs. Stand up for yourself. God damn it. Ugh. I swear I used to be better at this. I swear I used to be. Bad idea. They would fuck you up in a fight. All right, thank you, Dexterity. Appreciate your input. You're always so positive. Thanks, my mom got it for me. All right, what? Oh. You making fun of me, dwarf? I shouldn't engage with this. You making fun of me? Maybe I am. What are you gonna do about it, huh? He's acting tough. Be easy on him. Stare at the dwarf. Another staring contest. Perfect. He looks around. The dwarf glances at his boss. You here for talking then? Stare at him while slowly leaning your head to the side. You should, he stutters and points towards the top dwarf on the stage. Talk to him. Nod and leave. Okay, that was interesting. Okay. Okay, so... Alright, never mind. Nothing else to say about that situation. Just got more dwarves. There's a barrel here. Former ale barrel. What happens if I try... There's crowns in here. Sure. Nobody's gonna care if I take it. I'll take it. The orc observes you with great interest. Sweet. I know I'm sexy. Something inside the old vase. You don't say. Oh, more incense. I can use that to regain my spell slots. I don't know if I should do that just yet, though. A tucked away bird's nest. A scrawny goals, perhaps. Alright. Engage. You see a bird's nest nestled in the edge of a protruding stone tile. Get some eggs in it, and you spot something shiny below as well. It appears unguarded. Just don't climb out there, man. You'll die, like, for sure. I'd really like to climb out there and give it a shot. No. Come on, just a little thrill. Push back despite your groaning stomach. That's fair. No, that's very fair. Stop leaning over the edge. Yeah, that's definitely fair. What happens if I try to trifle with it out of reach? What if I shot it with a bow? I don't think I can do that. Hello. I bet you I can get Mage Hand. I bet you I can get Mage Hand. Strength. One of my better stats. Unfortunately, I rolled like shit. A traveler. She is not settled here. Cool. Only the obvious details for me. That's all I need. On the edge of the ruinous amphitheater, you see an orc sitting on one of the many loosened stone blocks. It looks like she's been waiting for someone or waiting for something or someone. Okay? Exuding an air of authority around here, the large woman gives you a wry smile. Her tusks are gleaming. I thought she was talking. I'm sorry. Not just physically imposing, this orc knows how to exert her power in other ways as well. You spot the merchant's mark on her jacket sleeve. A heart with the initials of the Norvikian Freestrider Regiment. Oh, she's a Freestrider. Interesting. What's this? Not often we get Earthguard around here. She presents her palm to you. Vera is my name. I am second in command, guild agent of Tolstad. Nice to meet you. Be nice to her. She's a Freestrider. Make sure she knows you're a cleric. Do not grab her hand. That's not what it is. What that is. What? What do you mean? Do not grab her hand? That's not what that is? I'm Helm? I'm the cleric, actually. Apologies, not Earthguard. Cleric. I assumed the term was interchangeable. The path of being a cleric is becoming even more familiar. Gain 15 XP, 5 times 3 for choosing this class 3 times. Cool. I did it. But I suppose you're not at all, she says, waving towards your outfit, esoterically attuned. She accepts your annoying correction with a smile. She shoots you another smile, waiting patiently for you to say anything. I'm here on important business. Business, you say? She leans in and squints at you. Fascinating. Perhaps I can be of service, cleric. For your business. Okay. Why? Hi, kitty. Jeez. Tell me what you know about the tea shop. The tea shop that blew up, she says dramatically. Sounds like a magazine tale. I heard it was an accident. The Post mentioned it in passing. Minor mishap, I believe, was the official quote. Although, from what people tell me, it was quite the explosion. Quite, so you weren't in the area. Anything else you know? No, I'm afraid not. I was away at the time of the explosion on the North Wall. North Wall, one of the districts in Norvik, known for its industrial district for its many factories built along the river. This is where you live. The sign of an outsider, she calls it the North Wall instead of just North Wall. She looks inland. I did see smoke. Was a clear day. Okay. What do you think was the cause, cleric? I believe there was smoke. Maybe it was the tea leaves? Maybe. If the magistrate says it was an accident, I believe it was an accident. No comment. She raises an eyebrow. Hold on. Are you here to investigate the tea shop? She's a Freestrider, so why run? Stand against her. She has no right. No. But, actually, she says, holding out her hands. Maybe. Is that a maybe yes Um, nice weather we're having here. Sure. Interesting. I'll be honest, I assumed the city would just ignore it. But they sent you. Perhaps. Perhaps. Brrrah! Ah! Bah! Perhaps. Bah! God damn it, dude. Perhaps it was a secret. Should we have stoically avoided the question better? It's sort of a giveaway. Clearly, someone thinks that this is an esoteric mess if they sent a cleric to look into it. Why would the city avoid sending a representative? What exactly have you heard? Esoteric. I keep hearing that word. What does it mean exactly? What exactly have you heard? It blew up. Fireplace incident. Bullshit, of course. Most likely a rogue spellcaster. Um, I guess It means her eyes wander off for a while, her fur browers. It's a term to describe whenever anything queer happens, whether the cause would be regular spellcasting or something more esoteric. I'm sure you've noticed something that you couldn't explain rationally. Then what would be esoteric? I assumed you of all people would know what it is, considering. She mimics casting a spell with her hands, then points to you. Okay. Why would the city of Duh, because of the election, of course. Look, Tolstad is a highly volatile district with lots of extremist ties. I believe this tea shop acted as a sort of lightning rod. So when a place like that blows up, why would any faction spend resources investigating it? Especially when those resources could be spent on trying to win the terribly important election. A sound reasoning. While some might see it as corruption, I'd classify it more as simple, boring, but ultimately harmless bureaucracy. Well, I'm here now. You sure are, and good luck, cleric. If there's anything the Ascani Reed's trading company can do to help you out, let me know. You can usually find me down in our HQ on Water Lane. She smiles in a way that completely breaks down your defenses. Looking forward to seeing you there. A kind gesture with ill intent. All right. Where is Lady Sageleaf? Just head down these stairs. Good luck with getting an audience, though. By moving your head to the side and using your eyes to look south, you see a garden of some sort. You can see a goblin or two on the ramparts. Is she busy? I sure hope so. It took us months to get in a room with her to discuss some renovations in the holes. The the holes, a common slang for central spire. Wait, a common slang for the central spire of apartments in Tolstad. The lower ones are less fancy. If she's not busy, she's a bitch. Dragon of Tolstad, my ass. Dragon of Tolstad, my ass. She catches herself from releasing any more profane comments. Anything else? She looks annoyed now. I'm done discussing business. You want to move on to a more casual topics then? Politics, perhaps? What's the deal with the dwarves? Oh, them? Complicated as anything. I wouldn't be sitting here wasting my precious day if it wasn't for them. But in short, they're holding an unlawful assembly. And they won't let me take a look at that document proving it. Not frustrating at all, she says and winks at you. Okay. Not frustrating at all. That's how that would. Explain it to me in detail from the top. The words leave your lips as if you've spoken them 100,000 times. It's all just an inconvenience. Her eyes say, a pain in the ass. Thank you. As if she hadn't said it vocally before. These lovely Asgalists have decided by themselves to hold a rally here in this lovely little circle square. Unfortunately, they need permission of public gathering or a PPG. A PPG needs to be approved by the district council. They do not have a proper PPG. You pick up on her use of the word proper. What does that entail? Proper? She scoffs. It is marked for last week. It is expired. She's not lying, but there's something else. And you're just sitting here because... Simple, really. These dwarves are ignoring my call to disperse, so I am here as a witness. If they do not leave by sundown, they will be fined and or arrested. Why don't you just come back at sundown? I would if it wasn't for the fact that I need to witness the entirety of this trespassing. Since they were served during the morning, if they do not disperse by sundown, they will be inflicted with an entire day's worth of fines. I'd have an assistant do it, or a secretary, but we're stretched thin as it is with the election coming up. No, I'll just sit here and smile politely. Arrested by whom? She gives you a smug grin. You, perhaps. The monopoly on violence here on Tolstad is more of an oligopoly. It'll be a roll of the die to see who gets employed to handle these rude dwarves. Maybe some goblins. The city of Norvik also allows us to employ mercenaries for extra legal enforcement. But the company likes to avoid that in most cases. As you can imagine, mercs tend to lack that finer touch. This woman loves to talk. There's something shady about this. Nod and look away. She laughs. Now you're acting like a true city official. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's so nice of you to say. Ha! Trouble would at least be exciting. This is just dull. If only I could get my hands on those PPG documents. Then I could simply hand them over to the city and go home early. Or rather, head back to the office and complete the org size. The draft for the marketing meetup. Sorry, I've got a lot on my plate. You're being manipulated. Be careful. If you get her this PPG thing, then that'd be a pretty easy way to clean this mess. She'd totally be in your debt. I do not want to help you in any way, shape, or form because I am busy. I'll solve this. Wouldn't that be something? That you could just swoop in and save the day. That's what I'll do. I'm a hero, you see. She laughs. You are indeed. And she keeps laughing. She's having a guffaw at me. She is guffawing. You certainly entertain her. Okay. Cool. What do I got in my inventory? A whole lot of nothing, really. But it doesn't regain the spell. Or does it? Okay, I must be able to... I thought because it was grayed out, it meant that I would use it and couldn't use it again. About the rally. I spoke with Agent Vera. Can I see those papers? Let's construct an argument. Perfect. Meet or beat, baby. Meet or beat. Just tell them you're an expert and that you're on their side. I'm an expert. Are you now? Yes, also, I'm on your side. He repeats louder. Are ye now? Now hit him with, I'm your best shot at getting out of this. The dwarf grumbles. His eyes go from you to the orc behind you. Fine. The dwarf sighs and grabs something in his pocket. Gained experience, PBG documents. He hands over the scroll. I trust you with these documents, city man. City man. Oh boy, if you hand over those to the orc, this could all be over right now. Tell us we're in the wrong. I dare you. Because we're not. The older dwarf joins in. Take a step back and check it out. Let's see what is actually going on here. You can examine certain. Yeah, I figured that out. All right. Examine. It's quite light. Some kind of magazine paper. Unrolling it reveals a short statement about a political rally at the Circle Square. Permission of public gathering accepted. It says in big letters at the bottom, followed by a signature, Tolstad Magistrate Nicholas Darrow. Darrow, one of the original Earthfolk houses to found Norvik with Earth. Their bloodline can still be found in high positions all around the city. The actual texts used in archaic and typically bureaucratic writing style. All right. Examine it in detail. Hell yeah. You scan the text, checking for spelling, phrasing, and terminology. It is perfect, not a single error. Except the date. It says the rally is supposed to be held on the 16th. The document is perfectly legal, but it's expired. Have I seen this guy? Never. Look at the dates. Yeah, it's expired. Cool document. It is not. I don't like it. Oh, how come? Because it's a legal document? Duh. Seems off. Fascinating. About the rally. I check the papers, return the PPG. He takes a deep breath. Okay, what did you find out? What did you find out, shitty man? This is your voice now. I don't know why, but it's your voice now, Alphonse. Yeah, these papers are expired like last week. He takes the papers and shakes his head. With a groan, he mutters, I know, but the date is just a mistake, you see. I personally had this signed by the magistrate 2 days ago after the supposed expiry date. You should have checked it more carefully. I did when I turned in the application. This error only appeared on the document I got back. I'm not at fault here. Bah! The dwarf shouts onto the amphitheater. It doesn't matter whether Darrow fucked us or not. We're here and they can't make us leave. I think they can, actually. He gives you a menacing glare, and I hope for your sake you're not the sorry lad she's hired to do the deed. I'm the dispenser of justice, you see. Good, then tell that orc free fucker to get out to leave us be. Spook the kitty. He spits on the ground. Fanskap. Fanskap. A dwarven word meaning something along the lines of devilry. Common curse word. Devil, lawful evil fiend. They are lawyers, soul traders, and either the most efficient types of leaders or the worst type of middle managers. The numbers are dwindling as of late, but in Blood City Bay, they still rule supreme. That was a swear word. You could tell because of the way he said it. All right. So I must talk to what's his face then. I don't want to go downstairs. Why would I want to go downstairs? Oh, hello. There is an esoteric effect place here, stopping rainwater. All right, cool. So esoteric just kind of leans into like magic, essentially. Oh, there's a devil. Look at that little devil. Braxel pencilweed. Okay. Behold. Okay. Just the bare necessity, please. Surprisingly content hard worker. Cool. Eh? You raise your head towards the sky. But well, he's not talking. He's not talking. I'm narrating. That's what's happening. You raise your head towards the sky. Above you sits a tiny red creature. His wings flutter faintly in the wind. The fiend throws a quick glance your way. He's annoyed. An evil creature. Beware. Staring at a piece of paper, he does not acknowledge your presence. What you reading? Hello, I'm from the local government. Hey, little guy, why aren't you on my shoulder? Oh, why aren't you on my shoulder? That's a bad choice. I really want to do it, but what you reading? A sigh escapes the fiend's maw. He slowly puts down the paper. The paper is actually a torn out page from a magazine. I like funny pictures. Oh, he's got like little glasses. I like the articles more. You can read. You can read. Congratulations. He's mocking you. Wait, he says, leaning in and getting a good look at you. Earthguard? A cleric? Hell's you doing here? That reaction, your presence is uncommon. You can go wherever you want. Fuck off. Divine mission, the usual. Very well, I won't get in your way. I, for one, am very happy for your presence. This place has gone downhill since the city let the goblins and free striders run amok. What? Since the city let the... We need some damn order in this place. Wise words. So if you need any legal advice, just let me know. He gives you a tiny, sharp smirk. You should be aware of the fact that this is literally a devil. A good little devil. Suddenly you're on board. You bored with the devil strength? You need to pick a side, buddy. Are you a barrister? A tiny barrister? Can you give me free legal advice? Should I invest in stocks? What about alignment? Interesting. What was his alignment? Citizen. That should be the strength's voice. Citizen, a good little devil. I like that a lot better, actually. Yeah. What about charm person? Charm person. Charm person, a first level enchantment spell. If the target fails a wisdom, yep, I'm well aware. Thank you. Such a fascinating spell. Of course, all spellcasters are required to be registered in Norvik. It's the same in all not completely chaotic city-states. There are certain spells that are not allowed at all, like Fireball as a popular example. I wonder why. Fireball, a third-level evocation spell, causes fire to emerge at a given point, spreading within a 20-foot radius, filling up available space. But Charm Person is, despite its devilish mind control, legal, if it is cast by a registered cleric or a city-hired interrogating mage. Okay. Private entities are not allowed to learn or cast it, although I can promise you, many still do. Can I cast it on you? People tend to like it when I cast. Yeah, I wonder why. People don't tend. I thought it said people tend to. Sorry. Either way, still pretty funny. That's understandable. Folk tend to enjoy agency. Free will, you know. It's pretty popular. But if you ask me, it's overrated. People don't know what's best for him. What a horrid worldview.
If you allow the state to rule your world, you'll surely be sent right into hell.
Are you a barrister? A tiny barrister?
No, I have a legal position within the city. I'm just fairly knowledgeable in the magistrate's codes.
So he works with city law. Ask him for details. He shows you a foul grin. He shows you a foul grin. Ah! Ha ha ha! Ha ha! Yeah, I'm definitely not going to be able to keep up the voices for much longer. So, what type of work do you do?
If you love what you do,
You will never work a day in your life, he says and smirks. All right. Agreed. I love being a cleric.
good, you should. It's a very honorable position to uphold the law. Now me, I do scribing most days. Got some connections with the palace, and believe me, phew, that's gotten me through some tough times. See, whenever some rich asshole needs a legal draft in a hurry, who do they send for? The guy with the wings, that's who.
Awfully drab. That sounds profitable. Always on call, huh?
For sure, but I get around quick.
What do you do in your spare time?
Calligraphy.
A true man knows the value of lettering. Is that it? A true man knows the value of lettering. A true man. Ha ha. It's like I want to do like the ha 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 ha, but my throat's already so messed up that trying to do it is it's not working. A true man knows the value of lettering.
Oh, and I do love me some reading. Gaining access to the Darwinian library changed my life.
Darwinian Library, the largest public library in Norvik. You spent many years in your youth inside those stony walls.
What is it like being a little red guy? You want an honest answer or the one I tell my clients? Honest. Okay, let me put it like this.
Bloodlust.
It fucking sucks donkey shit. Do you know what it takes to get a promotion these days? Tell me, brother.
Is it expensive?
Oh, I wish. We're talking decades of servitude to some sadistic fuck that wants to return Gregorian greatness or some shit like that. And then, after risking your life and humiliating yourself, there's a chance this fucking guy will put in the effort of promoting you. And if you're unlucky, you'll turn into a freaking bug. Or worse, something without wings.
Tell me about these promotions.
Sorry, forgot not everyone knows how devilkin work. Let's put it like this. Devils have a ranking system. Some are lower and some are higher. Only way to get higher and metamorphose into a more powerful creature is to be promoted by someone with a higher rank. But hey, could be worse, he says and cackles. Could be a demon.
Demon. A chaotic evil fiend. They are mostly bloodthirsty monsters and rage-crazed barbarians fallen out of Hegzi. But some of their more civilized spawn do reign in the cities and realms surrounding the endless maw. Demons are horrible chaotic creatures that live by the rule of complete meritocracy, which would be amazing if it wasn't for the complete ineptitude of civilization building. All right, cool. What are you voting in the upcoming election?
What am I voting for? Same as you, the little devil says with a laugh. The good guys.
You're a hardcore Asgalist.
What?
He looks genuinely shocked.
You're kidding. He examines you for a moment. Asgula City Cleric, huh? I've seen stranger things.
He accepts the unreasonable statement with ease. Anyway, you wanted something else? Because the Asgulus are basically anarchists. I get that now, but I didn't know to support, but I've put myself into the. Why are the free striders of all people like the? I don't have enough information about the different parties to really say one way or the other. I've asked everything I want to. Can you give me free legal advice?
Oh, yes. I'll gladly assist a member of the Earth Guard any day. Just ask.
Should I invest in stocks?
Oh. Oh. I do not give, nor have ever given, investment advice. But,
Yes. He looks up. He looks you up and down.
I should ask, have you ever bought shares before, cleric?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I don't share with anyone, little red man.
I don't share with anyone, little red man. I don't think so.
Okay, some basics then. Popularized by late Divine Era human adventurer companies, a share is essentially a percentage of ownership of a certain venture.
Divine, one of the three pillars of magic. It is represented by the sacred, the faith of all folk, their souls, and is granted by the gods who once walked among us.
Could be a guild, could be a company, or a specific adventure. Something that is supposed to grow over time, so you can increase the value of securities in that venture. It is a risky way to increase your capital without actually doing any real work.
All right. Yep. I mean, these are all fairly self-explanatory. Have you ever bought stocks?
Sure, I spend about 40% of my income in risky ventures. Sometimes I even get paid in securities, which is nice, since I won't have to pay any middlemen.
Could people buy stocks in me? The little red devil stares at you.
If you were to set yourself up as a venture, then maybe. I mean, if you could convince someone to invest in you, without breaking any laws regarding investment advice, I'd be impressed. So why not?
All right, where can I buy stocks?
You can buy shares directly from a venture trader, basically someone who can give you a piece of paper that says, I owe you, with some legal information on it. Or you can go to a trade hub. I don't think the Tolstad exchange is open until after the election, though.
So, should I buy stocks?
Look, there are rules in place. Norvik has laws governing what one can and cannot suggest when it comes to financial agency. Your god made those laws to protect people of lower than average intelligence from being tricked by those who with ill intent.
Why is it risky? Sounds like free money.
Good question. Imagine you invest in an adventuring party. They head into the Verdun Hills to dive into some Gate-era tomb or an esoteric area filled with talking cats. Something weird and dangerous, but with potential for a lot of cool treasure to be found and brought back. There's a major chance that those adventurers die out on their journey. If they do, you will lose all the money you invested. They could make it back, in which case you'd get a percentage of the treasure based on your share, but how often do adventurers come back with a bunch of treasures these days?
All right. What about currency trading? That's something I've heard about too.
Oh, that's just the art of switching between various currencies.
Why am I? This is just actual financial stuff. Like, if you don't know about stocks and you don't know about currency trading, I don't think this game is the best way to teach it. But this is essentially the ins and outs of how trading stocks and currency actually works. What the fuck?
If you got 10 burn marks.
Yes, no, okay, sure. I'm not even paying attention. I want this conversation to end. Okay, wow, that's a lot. Goodness. He has been factual. Yeah, I'm sure he has with that fucking paragraph of dialogue that I didn't read. I'm learning so much. He nods and grins.
Economy, you know, messy and fun.
All right, what about alignment?
Ah, yes, the overrules of mortality. Morality. Norvik does not. Norvik does not moralize over alignment officially, nor does the nor do most of the city states across the coast.
Why don't we lock up all the evil folk?
There have been states through history who have tried to. They end up not doing too well. I'm no expert, but I would say it's mainly due with the origin of this evil. It's selfishness at its core. It's got nothing to do with how people actually act.
True, true.
If you only know the most good-hearted of folk to roam free, you'll end up with a country of nothing but good intentions. Ironically, I've heard the road to hell is paved with us.
Ha, ha, ha. You know, that's fair. And you, being a devil folk, are, but why?
Look, really, I'm no expert. If you want one of those, I suggest heading down to Waterlane. Scholar Appledent has an office there. He'll be sure to indulge you.
Blah, blah, blah. What does the law have to say on resurrections?
That's one hell of a question.
Oh, God. Ow. Oh, my throat is so raw. Ow. He smirks for a while.
Higher tier resurrections aren't illegal, they're just not available anymore.
There are a handful of known divine resurrection spells. What about low level resurrection?
There's Revivify, that's it.
High ranking officials love having clerics around for this one spell. Bunch of pussies. Not available.
Figured a cleric would know better than me, but
he says and shrugs. All right, this is all going back into information that we've already covered. Yeah. I have a question about PPG. Yes, thank you, finally.
A permission of public gathering? Yeah, I think I know what you're getting at.
He throws a look over his shoulder. He is aware of the dwarves' plight. What would you look for if you're investigating a PPG?
Wording, legalese can be pretty complicated, and a good barrister could twist that stuff into oblivion. Other than that, I'd check the basics: name, spelling, dates. A single lithographic error can cause a landslide of troubles.
The Asgol dwarves got an expired PPG.
Expired?
Huh.
Strange.
Why is that strange?
Just seems like such a strange mistake. Asgolists are known for many things, but making a mistake like that ain't one of them. I don't know. Just seems strange. Though if the dwarves got an expired document, they should leave. They have no legal right to be there.
How long does it take to get a PPG?
A week, depending on your contacts in your pouch.
Can I have a PPG?
Not for me. Ask Darrow.
Nicholas Darrow, chosen magistrate of Tolstad, a man known for little else than being the great-grandson of Bargo Darrow, the legendary right hand of Earth.
Or maybe don't, unless you've got some really important message to deliver to the people.
Okay. I already know what a PPG is. Okay, thank you. So if I grab the PPG and I take it to the imp, he might be able to see something in the document that I cannot. Hey, buddy. About the rally. Oh, I don't know if I can. I don't know why I did that again. So I can't have the document back, apparently. That's fine. Just means that if I want to figure out this error, I'll have to uh, uh, confront Darrow himself. Behold, Goblin Wallart. Engage. A green face is splattered across the facade, staring wildly towards a flaming sky, and the dragon spread across it. Or something like that. Can you call this art? I mean, I think it's cool. What does it mean? It represents a devotion, albeit in an asinine way. The coins stand for all the fat loot the dragon brought to her people. You could get behind that. The fire and the soul, a boundary between the real and the heartful. What does this tell me about the state of Norvik? Nothing, really. All folk seek a belief. They have simply made out of this supposed dragon lady a coherent thought from the Red One. Impressive. They should worship Earth instead. There we go. Back to insanity. See, even that's why you have to do the different voices for the different stats, because they are different aspects of your character's personality, and they apparently communicate with each other. Place your hand on the wall. You take a step forward. The painted stone surface is smooth. This is no cheap dwarven rock. This is a gate architecture disguised among the rest. Truly ancient. You feel an esoteric urge to communicate with this object. Tell me your secrets. What? That's my second nat 1 in this game, dude. What the fuck? I only needed to roll a 10 because I had a +5 with Constitution, man. Ah! Ah! I'm gonna cry. At least this one's not gonna kill me, I don't think. Your focus falters. There's nothing to answer you, but something is there beyond the silent hard stone. Try again tomorrow, perhaps. Yeah. Yeah, it won't let me. That sucks. How you gotta give me 2 nat 1s and fucking... The Goblin Garden is ahead. You can feel it. Hello, friend. Schnell. My dexterity is not the best, but here we go. Oh, of course it's higher than my... Why are these stats that have my lowest values the ones I'm rolling the highest for? I'm getting a little annoyed. This goblin gets shit done no matter the odds. Highly competent, but with a craving of validation. Just look at the way he dresses himself. Alright. Nature seeps through the cracks. What's up, Snell? You find a goblin standing at the tip of Tolstad. His clothes are fit for a Reetsian trader, and his haircut is fit for an Ascani nobleman. A superficial fellow. Behind him, a vast view of the mouth of the River Torna. The goblin cares much about looks. You can catch him immediately glancing at your outfit. Let me guess, you're the cleric. Taking you for granted. This goblin needs to learn humility. Yes, I am the cleric, that's me. He nods, looking tired and annoyed. I'm Snell, runner and handler of the HWBT. Old lady's been waiting for you. This old lady must be his chieftain. the matriarch of his tribe. Greet the goblin kindly. This is the beginning of a great cultural cooperation and exchange. Right. The time to mingle with the lesser cultures. Old lady. The lady of below, the dragon of Tolstad? He raises an eyebrow. Lady Sageleaf? She's been waiting for you, cleric. Uh-huh. Hello, goblin. Nice to meet you, Snow. Perform a traditional goblin salute. You raise your arms up in the air. What are you doing? Okay. Sure. When greeting an uncivilized tribal goblin. He's being charmed, of course. Cleric, what are you doing? Not feeling it? Don't you understand? I'm respecting your culture, goblin. Yep, you look. The goblin clears his throat. The goblin looks around, clearly struggling to find the right words. Okay, right. Head down to the garden throne, but he waves his claw towards you. What's all this? You look like human shit. You've been floating around in the banks of the river. Your uniform shows it. He is making a playful jab. Don't worry about it. The gall. You should teach him a lesson. I died and I was reborn. Yeah, sure, let's do it. Now that's, he says, pointing at you, that's a good excuse. He laughs and motions down the stairs. Just dust yourself off. The dragon's waiting, and trust me, you don't want to disappoint her. Is she spooky? I'm not afraid of her. Tell me more about this lady. Is she spooky? Yeah, real scary. Insult her and she'll bite your head off. Then she'll scorch your corpse to dust. I kind of like this better. It kind of fits more of a goblin tone. He laughs and then grosses his arms. Ah, but seriously, she will fuck you up if you annoy her. Not a jest. Or not a jest. Alright. Tell me more about this lady. Sure, for starters, she's the most powerful woman in Norvik. And considering there was an explosion yesterday right in the middle of her territory, I think it's about time you do your damn job, cleric. Okay, lead me to her. I guess I don't have a choice in this. Good, but just to make it perfectly clear, some ground rules. Don't say anything stupid. Don't climb the trees. Stay away from the edges, and, he grins, showing off his polished rings. Enjoy the garden, cleric. The goblin scurries down the stairs. He seems to be in a hurry. He's nervous. That makes you nervous. Your body trembles. You look out over the river. The cold Ascani winds seep through the cracks of your helmet. Earth be blessed. He is always with you. Follow him down the stairs. Must I? I mean, I might not. Let me explore a little bit up here, a little bit more. Behold, something is inside the old vase. Ooh, more incense. I have a ton of these incenses. A divine shrine untended for decades. You approach the shrine. Oh, it's a shrine. It's an actual shrine. Can't I heal here through divine assurance or something? Not precisely. The gods do not usually grant divine interventions for minor injuries. Do you think they care? If you want healing, you'll have to do it yourself. With the power channeled through Earth? Yes. Come on. Is it really channeled? The guy's dead, fated, and gone. Alright. I could attempt a prayer or healing. So close. You focus your mind eye on Earth's symbol, his red eye. You recite a few words of remembrance before you sense a channeled strings around the shrine. Okay. Huh. Well, that's something. Sure is, but you sense there is something you've missed. What were those words? The ones you learned at the towers. Pray? Staring at the chiseled monument, you focus your mind. Take a deep breath and begin your prayer. And tranquility. Oh, interesting. Contemplate the tea shop. You let your mind go through the basics of what you know. The tea shop was destroyed in the middle of the day. Minor injuries were reported. Your goal is to enter the tea shop and investigate it properly. That's it. Contemplate milk. No. That's totally fair. That is totally fair. That is totally fair. Come on, contemplate milk. Fine. It comes from a cow. You like it. Many do not. Now contemplate something else. I love that. I love that. I'm glad milk came back up. I'm not glad. I am glad. I'm almost level 2. Didn't it say like the max level is like level 6? Oh. What other gods are there? Many. You know a few. You know a few. Sorry. I don't care, actually. Alright, what's with this goblin? Is he dead? And what's going on? What's this? In Norvik, a pipe like this could lead somewhere. Alright, engage. You look down at the pipe. What? Crawl inside. Now. If you had a smaller companion, you would be able to ask them to crawl inside, perhaps. I'm going to crawl inside, apparently. Your gut tells you otherwise. What? But you told me to crawl inside. What do you mean you tell me otherwise? Try to enter the pipe. You get down on your knees in the dirt and you put your helmed face into the entrance of the pipe. You can't seem to get further without immense force. You can do that. Just press harder. Enter the hole. Why is Constitution being so freaky? Push forward. You press your entire body towards the entrance of the pipe. Alright. Try to wiggle your shoulders together. Wiggle your what? Yes. Compress. Why is Constitution being creepy? Make a squealing noise. That should help. You hear the screech echoes down into the pipe, surely scaring any dangerous creatures lurking in the darkness. Roar. Roar into the darkness. Make the final push. Oh no. Oh good. As you press as hard as you can, you first hear something snapping, then the pain follows. Yes, that was something in your back snapping. Great job. It's time to end this. Your strength is used against you. Don't do that again. Okay. Of course. Third nat 1. This game is fucking rigged, dude. Suddenly the pipe gives. You hit a flowing rush of ice-cold water as it funnels you forward, then down. Then everything is cold and strangely familiar. Your drenched uniform clings to your flesh in the red rock of Tolstad. You are alive. You realize where you are. Or at the very least, an approximation. Right below the entrance to the Goblin Garden. You're lucky
you'd gotten swept out to the sea. You'd be, well, dead for one.
I need to get out of here. Okay. Climb these, probably. Level advancement. Ooh. Ability score +1, hit points +5, +2, hit dice +1. First level, nice. Guess a little bit more into wisdom. Oh, I only get 1 to spend. Yeah, I only get 1 to spend. That's fine. We'll do it into wisdom. Actually, let's do it into intelligence. Actually, I'm gonna load the autosave because, look, man, I was being coaxed by my Constitution was coaxing me. It really made me think I could do it, man. I trusted my Constitution. My Constitution lied to me. All right, let's try this again. Still failed. Even worse this time. That's fine. Still healed me. So I can hardly be angry. Alright, we're not going to go into the pipe this time. Shiny. Is it now? Shard of Yore. Overgrown, ancient, sort of fascinating. Embedded in the earth, you find weather-bitten stone in the shape of a spiral. Its edges are worn down, smooth almost, and behind you lies the head of what was once a snail statue. Okay. Whatever god of symbolism this once denoted, time has ground it down. It is a monument to nothing now. There is something here, but can you understand it yet? Its purpose. What's with the snail stuff? Norvik is built upon layers and layers of ruins. One of those layers, one of the oldest, were snail folk. Interesting. Interesting. Wouldn't have guessed snail folk. Sure. Let's touch it. It is cold. Your hands run across the stone, finding it more coarse than you thought. The ridges in the spiral are even smoother. You find they are not at all coarse. Following it, you feel the markings of a sculptor's pick, but they are smoothed out, as if produced not by mortal hands, but by magical precision. You realize this was most certainly an esoterically constructed art piece. What's more, you do feel the outline of a script, symbols. Your fingers trace them faintly along the spiral shell of the snail. The symbols do not mean anything to you. If you had to comprehend languages, you could understand the script just by touching it. Yep, I know. Tell me your secrets. No response. Tell me your secrets, damn you! I punch it. Your fist makes contact with the hard surface. A crack follows, along with a shooting pain up your arm and spreading through your fingers. Why did you punch it so hard? The crack came from the rock. Lifting your fist, you realize you've left a minor crack in the surface. Interesting. I beat the rock. You're right, Rock. You're right. It's not fair. It's not fair. What's not fair? You're right. The rock stares. The rock stares at you menacingly, but a piece of it fell off from your violent act. Pick up the shard. It's a shard of yore. Interesting. You put it in your pouch. Wait, you damaged it with your fist. This stone is very brittle. Indeed. But I did that, and I got another shard of yore. I have a lot of these. To unlock dice checks. Behold, an empty barrel. Is it now, though? It is not, in fact, an empty barrel. Alright. Look at that. We can get a second level spell. Do I know any second level spells? Question mark. The rough letters spell out Our Lady's apartments. Our Lady who? A sneaky staircase. Nice find. Is it? It would be cool if I knew where the staircase led. Oh, interesting. Where the fuck am I? What? Those are some modern looking bikes. Interesting. Not what I expected to see. An empty barrel. Is it now? Stop telling me they're empty. It's got money. They're money barrels. Actually readable posters. They're still kind of old. Alright. Your eyes land upon a series of papers nailed into the wooden facade. Getting out information to people? How do you do it? One possible way, papers nailed on random walls. You'd be surprised at how effective it can be. Some of them are torn or unintelligible. A few catch your attention. This seems illegal. Advertisement requires strict approval from the government. Tear them down. Rip them up. Okay. Look at the old one saying grand opening. Look at the flyer with the owl on it. Look at the poster with the faded green hammer. Rip down the posters and tear them to shreds like a good man. I'm gonna look. That's just rude. Binders and lithographies, everything from designing to engraving. Account books. Okay. This place would fix your ruined spell book. It's a prayer book, and yes, this place could help with that. That is quite helpful. I just don't know how to find it. I know nothing about this world. Look at the old one saying grand opening. You can barely read the faded lettering on this ink printed flyer. Grand opening of the Stubborn Sphinx Brewery and Commercial Tavern. Served without riddles, drunk with all charm. Pillar Crossing 2nd LW. By the look of it, this tavern opened at least a year ago. Maybe 2. Look at the poster with the faded green hammer. A sun-faded symbol covers most of this large poster. It's a hammer printed with green ink. Asgalists, those who share the plight of the common folk. Gather ye workers, Asgal said, no gods above, no king below, only folk. Asgalists rally on the 22nd of March. Oh, interesting. Useless sentimental garbage. You can't just gather people like this. The city is surely against this type of erroneous collectivistic behavior. Those are some big words, Strength. Good for you. Old faded posters nailed to the wall. They're unreadable. Interesting. I see no reason. Like, it's already the poor part of the district, is it not? Well, why not? Let them advertise, man. They ain't doing nobody no harm. Shard of your shard, you say? Oh. The Sacred River fights against red rocks. Okay, well. These railings follow the Safety Council standards of 22. Good for it. I'm glad for those railings. Okay, nice. Glowing lights. I have those too. Boop. Look at my little glowing light. What's with the mushroom? What are we doing here, cleric? Whoops. Oh my god. Your stomach twists, beware her illusion. Okay. The dragon herself. Ah, you approach him from. I forgot the voice already. You approach him from a sprawling tree. The well-dressed goblin stands proud beside his master.
Go ahead, cleric.
With a proud smirk, he motions towards the wooden throne. Much of this personhood, much of his personhood hinges upon the throne and its owner. You should stand before the throne. Address her court. My voice is hurting so bad. My throat is hurting so bad. Ugh. I really don't have much. I don't have much left, man. Ugh. I'm tired and my voice hurts. You should stand here before the throne. Address her court. Okay, then. I'm gonna leave that for next stream. I need to. Probably gonna take a break off from doing voices tomorrow. Maybe do some more Pokey Rogue. Something that's not gonna murder me. I do imagine, however, that my voices will get better as I do them. It already feels like they've gotten a little bit better, but that is the thing, is like, even your vocal cords are still a muscle. So if you use them in certain ways, your voice can actually change, like, dependent on how you use it constantly. So I hope that I'll improve a little bit more as we do this. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'm hoping you're enjoying Esoteric Ebb, because I like this game. It's fun. It's fun. I certainly chose quite the... it's been forever since I've done a narrative game. I think The Life and Suffering of Sir Bronte was the last one that I did. And that one, it was just narrating like this. With like a slight deeper tone. I didn't I did some voices, but they were few and far between in comparison to this, especially with me doing different voices for the different different aspects, we'll call them. But yeah, no, this is way more fatiguing. Ugh. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. But until next